My Little Pony. Hello everybody, I am the PJ Gamer, and I forgot to do my wave. That's kind of my thing. So, today I'm going to be talking about NES game boxes. Now, I know this isn't a topic that's talked about too much, but I'm going to be talking about them, and I'm going to be showing off my box NES game collection, which you might be able to see over here somewhere. Hopefully not. So, we're just going to get started, and we're going to see what we got. Don't you sass me. Now, a quick warning, I am Canadian, so some of these boxes are in French, but don't worry, je parle français, so I can speak French. A little bit, not too much, but you know, I can speak some French, and I can probably translate if there's anything on here that needs to be translated. So, I'm just going to show you what an NES game box looks like. Spoiler alert, it looks like a box. So this is what an NES box looks like. Or NES game box, rather. This is not a game, this is actually a cleaning kit. And you might not be able to see, but there's actually a seal in French. So, as I said, I'm in Canada, a lot of games are French. And I have some French games and stuff. But yeah, this is just what a box looks like. I'm not going to show you any of my boxes yet, because I just want to show you the shape of it. It's pretty tall and pretty thin. You open up the top flap, and then all this stuff comes out. You know, basic stuff. It's just like a regular box, except it has games in it. I was just showing that for the people who've never actually seen an NES game box, and if you haven't, I don't know how you've never seen one. They are extremely easy to come across, although some games are hard to find the boxes. So I'm surprised you haven't seen at least some form of an NES game box. So, we're just going to put this off to the side. Now I'm going to show you my box NES game collection. NES game box collection. My collection of my NES game boxes. There's a lot of ways to say that. I'm just going to show you my game boxes. First up, Destination Earthstar. Or Destination Earth Star. But it's spelled as one word, so Destination Earthstar. Now, this game is not exactly the best game in the world. It is actually quite far from it, and it is very convoluted, and it's not very fun. So, I'm starting off with the ones that aren't, you know, too popular, but I have a few good ones mixed in between, because I wanted to keep it interesting. But this is just an acclaimed game, Destination Earthstar. I wouldn't really recommend it, but I picked it up for a couple bucks, so, you know, I got it. Next game I have is Tetris, again with the French seal. Now, this is Tetris. Everyone has played Tetris. If you haven't, go and play it. It's really cheap, and you can also get it on the Game Boy, which has the better music. So yeah, Tetris, it's a very iconic game. You fit blocks together if you've never actually played it. My box has like a hang tag built into it. Kinda cool. It also has a Kmart price sticker for $57.95. This game was expensive, especially if you think of inflation and stuff, since this game was released. You know, it hasn't inflated that much, but you know, still. $57 for a game, that's kind of pushing it, even in today's standards, because most games are about $60 now. Yeah, kind of pushing it. But yeah, Tetris, it's an amazing game. We have all played it, and if you haven't, I already said, pick it up. It's really cheap. Alright, so now on to the next game. Tetris 2. No joke, I literally just opened up this box, because I've never actually opened up this box, really. And I literally just found the manual for Tetris on the Game Boy. I told you copies of Tetris are everywhere, even in other Tetris boxes. For some reason, I think the person at the flea market got this confused. But, yeah, Tetris 2, it's not as good as the first one, but it's still worth checking out, in my opinion. You can tell this is a late release because it has the red stripe across the back. And if I actually look for the date, 1993. So yes, this was quite a late release in the NES's lifespan. I think the Super Nintendo was almost out, or it already was out, but you know. Tetris 2 is an okay game. I'd recommend it. But, you know, not if you're a Tetris fan. Because then you would just you go past that. It would make you lose it. It would make you unable to speak. Oh my gosh, I am a Tetris fan. Next game. Days of Thunder. Now, this game's kind of interesting because I can't actually comment on it. I've actually never ever played this game. So, Days of Thunder. Would I recommend it? I don't know. I should probably play it. Because maybe it's a hidden gem. Who knows? But the box art is mighty fine. And everything's in English. So, it's very easy to understand for you American folks. No, we don't say A lot. That's just who am I kidding? We say A a lot. Everyone says A, but we don't say it in the way that you guys think we do. Alright, I'm getting off topic. Days of Thunder. Never played it. Next game. Swords and Serpents. Now, I have played this game, and I must tell you, it's an RPG, so I don't like it. I don't like RPGs. But the box art, the people don't even barely have any clothes on. Which is kind of weird. This guy has like a leopard, Speedo, maybe I would say. They're all really muscular, and they're all like, oh, we're gonna fight some dudes and monsters and stuff. But the actual game is absolutely nothing like the box art. Which, by the way, looks absolutely ugly. Oh my gosh, I just realized something. Alright, I'm actually gonna have to flash a picture up on screen right now. The guy in the middle, which there's me arrow pointing to, he looks like Hulk Hogan, in my opinion. Is that his mouth, or is that a mustache? Yeah, that's Hulk Hogan. Well, this game does support the NES 4-score, because it does have 4-player. So yeah, if you want a 4-player RPG, pick it up, even though it's boring. Next game. I am Dr. Mario, and I like rental floss. Who doesn't? Yes, the one and only Dr. Mario for the NES. This is also a late release, as you can probably tell by the red band, which explains the condition of the box, which is absolutely perfect in every single way. So yes, Dr. Mario, it's an amazing game, kind of reminiscent to Tetris and Tetris 2. Maybe a combination of the two combined, you know. Well, I think combination combined mean the same thing, but I said it twice, it's my video, you lose. So, yeah, it's a really good game. I don't really have much else to say about it. It's very simple. You put same color pills together and then you put it on top of viruses to get rid of the viruses, and it's really fun. And it's very simplistic. But, you know, it's an amazing game, and I would totally recommend it. Next game. This is the face nightmares are made out of. Bandai Golf Challenge Pebble Beach, which I always used to call Bandai Golf Pebble Beach Challenge. I don't know why. But, yes, it's a golf game. Which is really weird. I don't usually like golf games on the NES. And this one is absolutely amazing. I lied. This game is actually really, really bad. The controls are all broken, the sprites are ugly, and the screenshots on the back look like they've actually been taken by a camera that is, I'd probably say, I would say grown in a potato field, but you know, maybe a honey squash might describe this better. It's just ugly, and I don't know why they'd ever release a game like this, because it has absolutely no market except for old people who play Nintendo and like golf. And I don't think that market is very huge, maybe a couple people. So yeah, you made a game successfully for a couple people, even though the controls are completely broken. Next game. Yes, the music in this game is really catchy. Bubble Bobble! Or is this at the front of the box? I don't know. I've seen people use this at the front of the box, but I'm pretty sure this is the front of the box. It's the name's like that, and it's really weird. I don't know which way it goes. Yes, Bubble Bobble. This is an amazing NES game that I picked up really early in my collecting career. I've actually never shown you guys my collection. It's quite vast. Not as big as some of the other collections, maybe just about 500 games or so. But you know, it's getting there. But yeah, I picked this up for like 30 bucks off someone on Kijiji, which is the equivalent of an American Craigslist. So yeah, it's a great game. It's a puzzle game. You go around, you're like a little cute dinosaur and stuff, and you eat fruit, and you stop bad guys and stuff. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Yeah, nothing else really to say. I would recommend it though. Next game. Final Fantasy. Now, you RPG fans may be wondering why I was letting out a very long ugh, and that's because I don't really like this game at all. Now, I'm sorry for offending all of you people out there who do like this game. It's in no way a bad game, it's just not the game for me. That's how I'm saying this, right? That's why I don't get people offended, right? So yeah, it's not a game for me. I don't like RPGs. Princess Tomato and the Sonic Kingdom was okay on the NES, but you know, I don't usually like RPGs. Look at the state of this menu. Not menu, manual. That is so thick. And that's not even including the map, like the monster guide and stuff. Whoa! It's a huge game, I'll give it that. Its magic systems and everything work well, but I'm not really an RPG guy. I'm a more of a action-oriented sort of person. I don't really like long, savory adventures. I like quick little, you know, roams on a few games. I only spend about 5 minutes a game usually. So I play a game for 5 minutes, and if it doesn't make an impression on me, I never play it again. And this was one of my 5-minute games today. Now the manual won't go back in. So yeah, Final Fantasy, I'd recommend to an RPG fan because it is an amazing game. It's just not a game for me. Next game, Super Mario Bros. 3. Now, all of you fans of Mario 3, I suggest you skip ahead maybe, because I'm going to be saying a few really maybe hurtful things about this game. So if you are offended by someone just talking about Mario 3 in a negative manner, then I suggest you just skip. I'll actually give you an annotation to exactly where I stopped talking about Super Mario Bros. 3. And it's right there. Okay, so Super Mario Bros. 3. I'm gonna get a few people angry with this one. I don't really enjoy Super Mario Bros. 3, and I don't know why. For the past couple of years I've been playing it, and I've never really been enjoying myself. It's more of a chore than a fun game to me. Just for some odd reason. I don't know why. I guess it just doesn't have the charm that the first one has. I don't understand why I don't like this game either, though, because everybody's praising it, and everyone's saying it's one of their favorite NES games, but it's not even close to one of my favorite NES games. I don't know why I don't like it. But, regardless, it's a good game for most people. It's just not a game for me. There's a lot of games that aren't really for me. I don't know why that is. And no, I'm not just purposely saying this to get people angry. I'm genuinely giving you my thoughts on this game. I don't like to be, you know, I don't like to lie to my viewers. It's not a game that I enjoy. It's a well-made game, I'll give it that. It's really well made. But the game, it's just not something that I really enjoy, and I don't know why. But it's a game, and it's a Mario game, so I have to like it. So I will give it that it's an okay game. See, look what you guys do to me. I always get so uptight whenever I'm actually trying to be honest with you guys. Well, we're up to my last game, and now this last game, hope you can't see it, I'm going to be showing you because it is quite something else, to put it gently. Where in time is Carmen Sandiego? 3 boxes wide. I'm literally not making this up. This is the big box, Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego for the NES. Now this box does not open like the rest, where you open it at the top and stuff. No, this one, you have to slide the top off. Now I don't actually have the game in here, because it's on my shelf. But, why is the box so big, you might be wondering? And that's because they've given you the New American Desk Encyclopedia. I am not even kidding with you. It even has advertisements for games like other Konami games. See, on the back page there's the Konami logo and stuff. I don't get it. You don't need to give someone a dictionary with their video game. If they really need to look up all the words in your video game, then you have not made a successful game for kids. Unless you're trying to make them learn or something. God forbid you ever do that, because learning in video games is not good, and it should be shunned on. Which it should. All the pages are kind of yellow on mine. But this thing is massive. Look, it's same size as my head almost. You don't need to include this with your game. If you want to make some extra money, you could have just sold the game in its box, and if kids didn't know the words, they could go to the library, or they can go buy an encyclopedia. You don't actually have to give them an encyclopedia to play your game. If you really wanted to, and there are certain places that they needed to know, you can give them a little tiny one, but you don't need an encyclopedia of every single thing. Oh my gosh. Coral and stuff, do you really need to know about that stuff? Do you really need to know about the Red River? Do you need to know about Red Fields? And do you need to know about, you know, Julius Vaughn? And all these things that don't really appear in the game, I don't think. So, if you really wanted to increase the sales, don't sell it in such a big box. I'm pretty sure this drove a lot of people away because they simply don't have... They thought that the game was that big. You couldn't really open up the game in the store. If you look on the back, you can probably tell that there's a dictionary. But it's huge, and I don't think anyone would actually want to keep the box for this. So that's why the box for this might be a little hard to find. So yeah, Where in Time is Coming San Diego. Box is kind of ripped up, you know. It's all stuff that is worth having. So this has been my boxed NES game collection video. Hope you enjoyed. I'm just throwing some boxes around now. And now I'm going to take a shower in boxes. This is going to be fun. That was the best thing I've ever done in my entire life. So, thank you guys all for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, peace out.